I'm always trying to find a technical analyst for you. Luckily, we have some of the best coming on, including my next guest, Fundstrat Global Advisors Managing Director. Mark actually wears a number of hats. But let's just talk about the technical side of this, because last week you wrote about the technical trends, the good and the concerning. I only have room for the good.
Right,
so, I mean, essentially, it's like, equity, the trends remain excellent, intermediate term momentum, Mag 7 okay, small caps breaking out, sentiment remains largely mixed. Is that good, though, that sentiment is mixed? Does that mean we're not too excited?
It's good from a contrarian standpoint. It's always good when institutional and retail investors are not fully on board. When you see signs of speculation, that's the time you want to watch out. We're clearly not there yet. So technology doing phenomenally well. Obviously, number one sector over the last few months. It's great to see tech working well. Sentiment is offsides. Seasonally speaking, we're in a great time of the year. And the economy is chugging along, and people continue to be concerned about things that don't have much to do with the market. And earnings have been phenomenal. And we have 5 of those stocks this week, of course, the Mag 7 that are reporting this week.
Yeah, it's a huge week for earnings. What would be your number one concern?
If tech starts to peak out and really sell off and none of the other sectors sort of pick up the slack. And that's been the case since July. Equal-weighted S&P has been unchanged since July. It's only been tech of late. And that's the one thing. We need to see this broadening out happen with financials, industrials starting to pick up the slack, and that hasn't moved yet.
Mark, because it feels like when things get wobbly, tech is the de facto safe haven.
Right. So, it has been. It's stocks like Apple, of course, and with all, their huge cash reserves, and it's sort of a go-to for people that want to hide out.
We're breaking out. Where do we go from here? This is the rallies from the October 2022. We're way above the trend line.
No, that's right.
So how do you then create new sort of near-term parameters?
So what I do is I look at little trend channels, and if you look just since July, you've got a trend channel that looks just like this. Right up near 6,900 to 6,950, I think is going to be resistance into November. We can't get under 6,550, the early October lows. If that happens, then that would cause a larger sell-off. I don't think that's going to happen. I do think we're up another 50, 100 points. We likely churn a little bit. I mean,
when we get to 6,950, do you move the bottom, your support number? Then does that move up from?
No, it's going to stay at 6,550 at the bottom of that channel. I mean, that's really the key.
So we got leadership, technology, healthcare, consumer discretionary, utilities. A really interesting action in some of these names today. Just Ross Stores, Lululemon. I know I did the NFL, but just sort of intriguing. But I want to kind of go back to the Mag 7 because. A lot of talk about how everything's outperforming, and Mag 7 not living up to their former performance. But they're hanging in there pretty good, and they're breaking out to a new high.
Well, we've seen a little bit of bifurcation and rotation within the Mag 7. That's what's interesting, is that the former laggards of this year, ones like Alphabet and Tesla, are now starting to lead. And then the former leaders are now, we're seeing the Netflixes of the world, of course, and Microsoft and Amazon haven't done as well. But yet they're not really breaking down. They've just gone sideways. And we've seen, literally, this 1 month sideways pattern was just broken back out to the upside last Friday. So of all this talk about, the U.S. is underperforming, that was all because of large cap technology. Now that's starting to come back. So that's a good sign.
I know Shopify's been on your uptick list for a long time. You have killed it with this. Is this still on the uptick list?
I love it. You know why? Because it literally just broke out to all-time highs as of last week.
I got you.
So it's above 170. So if you look at a longer-term perspective, you're above that now. I think it gets up to 210. I really like Shopify a lot.
When you see a stock break through what might have been a double top, does that give you even more confidence?
You have to watch volume. It certainly does, because you see people who run out. They have to cover shorts when it breaks out. You have breakout buyers emerge. William O'Neill wrote a book, How to Make Money in Stocks. He said the number one thing he looks at is stocks making new all-time highs before they move up 200 to 300%. That's a really key lesson. Investors always try to buy dips. That's not the way you want to approach it. You want to stick with momentum. Momentum has been the number one factor over the last 20 years in the stock market. You have to stick with what's working and continue to add on strength.
You like Reddit. It's sort of, it's been pulling back, but you like Reddit.
Well, look, the stock went up 120% in a matter of a few months' time. So it pulled back, about 80 to 90 points.
Consolidation.
It has not shown any longer-term evidence of trend deterioration. So I think it makes good sense. The stock's up a lot today. I think it'll be fine.
I love the way it came out the gate today. Great stuff.
Great seeing you.
Always, Mark. Thank you a lot.